So we are here taking a look at Stretching the Truth, and I'm joined by Aramilion. However, Artemis has just redeemed Reed as Skeletor for the opening cutscene here, so we're going to do that. One of our two giraffes is going to be Skeletor. I guess this one. I've joined the Flat Earth Society! I've heard they have members all around the globe. Congratulations! Thank you! I am flat-tiered. I'm more convinced that the Earth is round. If only there was a way to check that. Oh, I love nectarines. Magical nectarine. Oh, okay. That was it. That was the whole cutscene. So yes. Sorry, that's one of the silly reward things that I have to redeem on the stream, but I will now introduce our guest, Aramilion. How are you doing?
I'm very good, thank you.
All right, and yeah, this is going to be the third consecutive year that I've tried your GMTK game on stream. And do you want to talk a little bit about your background in game development and your role on this project?
Yeah, sure. So, hi everyone, I'm David. I'm a senior tool programmer in a AAA studio. So I have quite a bit of experience as in programming games, with over 8 years of it. It's my 6th game jam with my lovely team. We have a bunch of people which I always love to work with. A few of the programmers, graphic artist, designer. So we just a couple of friends, all based locally, loving to work with each other. So I was, you can say, like a lead developer about this project, like making sure that everyone has something to do, that we integrate our things, and like everything seems to be working. And then the worst part of a lead is to actually making sure that everything gets submitted and and working before the actual end and the deadline. So that's always stressful because we have a quite good team and everyone wants to still add things to the game, but well, it's not yet working, so let's please stop do that. But yeah, we always have very much fun doing that, so that's why we always come back.
Why did my giraffe turn into an opportunistic carnivore?
I mean, yeah. It sometimes gets people that they usually don't understand that you can eat the birds after they get small. But yeah, you got it from the start, so.
I was trying to avoid it, but I did see something that said like you can like avoid things that are smaller than you, and I'm like, so does that mean I shouldn't avoid things that are? Does that mean I should just eat washing machines and birds and things?
Yeah, it was one of our problems that we had. So in this game, you can eat things that are a little bit smaller than you, but it's not really clear what is smaller. So we added this red outline around the things that actually deal damage to you. So those you should avoid. Yeah. And you can see when they get small enough, they lose the outline. But it's not really clear. I would love to have something more. Like maybe a pop-up or some other kind of thing that will actually tell you that, all right, now you can actually eat those things. But usually after like one try of two, people get a hang of it.
Right. I mean, I didn't notice the red outline right away, but I did sort of notice it eventually. So I think it's a good touch, but I do agree that having something else would be good to include. Oh my gosh, we are now measured in astronomical units.
It's awesome that you noticed. And the red outline is also a problematic format. For example, now you have a Space Jam that is coming at you, but it's already red.
Of course it's Space Jam, that's why. I was like, why is there jam in space? Oh, right.
Yeah. Have you also noticed the Astro Trout?
Space bar. Sorry, what was the other thing?
There was an Astro Trout too. So it was an astronaut, but it was a trout in an astronaut costume. It was you were so close, man.
Well, this got really hard at the end here. Part of a healthy diet of washing machines.
Well, you say hard. I would say more of unfair because there are some like spawns that are basically you need to take damage, which we would love to avoid, but we hadn't had time to actually properly tune everything up. But like looking at how you play, you are pretty good at it. Actually, with like dodging everything.
Which is maybe not the best for the interview format because that means I'm focusing too much brain power on this. But yeah, so
yeah, just so you can focus a little bit more, you were actually pretty close to to like beating the game.
Yeah.
And if you can try to do it, I would love you to see it because there is a like bit of the touch after the space bars that do it. But yeah, if not, don't worry about it. It's just we may done it just a little bit too hard.
Yeah, I mean it's tough. Like I think that I was hoping that if you lose health, you just have to restart that section, not the whole game over.
Oh yeah, you're right. So we at first you weren't like recovering health at all, but it was way too hard. So what we made is that every time the new chapter starts, so like you scale up and you can eat other things, all of your free health points like regenerate to make it a little bit easier on you. So yeah, the faster you go up, the sooner you regenerate health, and it's easier this way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a good call as an intermediary feature, but I think in terms of something where like strictly because I see the text caption at the bottom there as well as the Astro Trout. Just for strictly wanting to see all the content in the game, it would be nice if there was a bit more checkpointing.
That's actually a very good point, and I have no idea why we didn't think about that. So yeah.
All right. I mean, oh no, I'm going down to my last health again. Come on. Okay. Woo. Starsheeps can fly. Okay, starsheeps. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I realize you've got these like little puns appearing at the bottom of the screen, but I don't think I have the bandwidth to look down at those. Yeah. Oh. Okay, so starsheeps, and then there was nothing for this one. I didn't see one, at least for the International Space Station.
Exactly. No, we couldn't find puns for all of the things, but now you have gravity, right?
Yes, so, I did see that one.
Of course. Well, when you are focusing on beating the game, so I can actually maybe proceed with the interview and talk about the inspiration.
Yes.
Behind that.
You know the format quite well at this point.
And help you out in here. So we basically knew that we want to make a game which will be animal based because most of our games are animal based. It needs to be cute. Monica is a great artist that draws like most of the art for us, and yeah, we love her very much. So that's also one of the things that we knew we were going to make that. And yeah, a lot of puns. We love that kind of humor. So our main inspiration behind it was the Donut County game.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, just grow bigger, eat bigger things, like the things falling to your mouth hole, I can say.
Yeah.
And yeah, we just basically like it clicked very soon for us, like with what grows, like what animal grows, giraffe neck. All right, we love space. Let's do that. So it was basically an instant connection. Yeah. So now you have a second cutscene.
Yeah.
The giraffe found out that the Earth was run.
And the sun looks a little unhappy here.
Yeah.
You've seen too much as president of the Flat Earth Society. I won't let you spill it to all the other giraffes. Oh no, the sun. The sun is the president of the Flat Earth Society.
Watch out! Don't get hit by the sun.
Oh yeah. We're now 1.3 astronomical units. Oh no, down to my last HP. Okay, but this is just a DVD pattern, so I should be able to avoid
exactly.
it.
It's very easy boss battle, but we very much wanted to include it.
Yeah, so this is finding the truth. Nope. Yes, Space Jam, that's correct. Okay.
Awesome.
Oh. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. I saw it with my own eyes. The Earth is round. And canonically, this other character has the voice of Skeletor, so I have to keep reading it that way. Oh, I guess I was wrong. Thank you for playing. Apparently, Skeletor is now canonically a flat earther.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, man, for playing the game. I'm so glad you managed to get to the end. And yeah, like you said, it's a very good point that we should have like this checkpoint system in place. If we cared so much for people to like see the story till the end and not like quit at being frustrated with the difficulty of the game, that's a very good point that we can improve on.
You know, it's just one of those things that's maybe like, it's not necessarily the first thing you think of, but then you kind of take a step back and you realize like, oh, that makes sense. Thanks, Artemis. Bye-bye, and have a cheers for the last hydrate. Have a good evening. But yeah, so I do think that the this is a really nice implementation of the theme in terms of like scaling up, like getting taller and taller. Makes sense. I mean, okay. I was going to say it makes sense that as a giraffe. It doesn't necessarily make sense that the giraffe started eating things that are decidedly not food, or at least not giraffe food. But
well, who's to say what giraffes measured in the astronomical units eat? So,
at what point did the idea tick over from eating the magical nectarines to eating like all manner of other things?
So I think the nectarines actually got introduced a little bit later. So we knew we wanted to have a few things that you can eat. At first, we wanted to make the game like very, very accurate to the real world. So we were researching like at what altitudes some types of birds come in, or like or at which altitudes the ISS or like other satellites are.
Yeah.
And like to tell you that we wanted the growth to also be like continuous and not in stages. So you always like saw the things like scaling down with each thing you ate, which I saw a bunch of games that done it this way already. With like every time you eat something, you actually grow a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was also our first take, but we didn't really like how that felt for us. We didn't see that the players, we didn't know when you actually could eat things, and this change in scale was very minimal. So we decided to go in this approach where like things scale like in stages.
Yeah.
And spent a bunch of time on like polishing that, so the things because you can clearly see that the giraffe is not scaling at all in our game. So we needed to like sell you the idea that you are actually growing, and that's where the giraffometer comes in. That's where the things around you like getting smaller, and not only new things appearing. And the last stat, which I feel like sold it for us, is this background shifting. So every time you eat something, there is this like big and sudden grow of your neck, just by simply shifting the background for you. So when we thought about that and implemented it, that clicked for us, and we decided to stay with this idea in here. And then that was what programmers were focusing on. And our another part of the team, which was like trying to figure out the design, maybe make some art and find the sounds, we're trying to also fit a story around it. So actually, the Flat Earth Society story, and the boss, which is like their boss the sun, all of the puns,
Yeah.
all came later in the game. So we had a game working with the prototype assets till like I think it was middle of Saturday or something, maybe the evening of Saturday. And only on Sunday, the real assets started to come in. So, and we decided to just go full, like mind blown, whatever you want in there. If it has a nice pun and you can think about it, just put it in. So, just to put smile on people's faces.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's good to go for just silly like that. It makes sense in the context of a jam. I think the only other thing that might have been nice is just having some kind of progress meter for how much stuff you need to eat in order to grow.
Yes. Yes, I totally agree with that. It was on our like to-do list to include that, and that would also help you like with knowing that you can actually eat birds after after this like progress meter fills in. If for example at the end of the progress meter is an image of a bird. So it was planned, but we not sure if you noticed that, but we've decided to go for a 48-hour period. So we finished the game jam in 2 days. And in this period we didn't have time to like polish it anymore.
And was that just to sort of make it so you didn't have to take days off of work?
That's pretty much it. None of us wanted to take days off at work, and also like if we didn't take days off, we would have like a little bit more time on Sunday and evening on Monday to like do a few things. But we all collectively before the jam decided that we rather have like finish in the middle of Sunday, still have a little bit of weekend before work to like chill out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But we also decided to take it easy. So for example, last year we like slept for maybe 5 hours in total in those 2 days, and that was awful. So we knew we don't want to do it this way. This year, like I don't recommend anyone doing that. But this year, like we had 8-9 hours sleeps each day, so like we improved quite a bit as a team. That we managed to do something like that, which I feel is a way better game than last year's. I'm so proud of all of them. So yeah.
Nice. No, I'm so glad that you're able to get a more healthy schedule for this jam, because it's one of the main things that was, kind of a stated objective of making the longer jam period, was making it so that people had the opportunity to rest and sleep as necessary. And I think overall, like, I would have loved to spend more time on this jam, but I did end up taking, just having to rest because I was dealing with some insomnia. So having the extra time and being able to, I still put in about 30 hours, but over the course of essentially 5 days, because of the way it started on Friday and ran until Tuesday for us.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you were able to sort of get that into your schedule as well. So, yeah, what do you think was the most difficult problem that you encountered during the jam, and how did you solve it?
Yeah, I have something written for that. I'm prepared.
Nice.
So it was the first time for our team to actually use Godot. I think that was like the main thing. All of our previous games and all of our experience previously was in Unity. We decided to take this jam as an opportunity to make something a little bit maybe smaller, but to take this as an opportunity to learn a new tool. It was an amazing experience. I didn't realize it will be like that. I don't want to say easy, but maybe straightforward to go from the Unity to Godot. There are a lot of similarities. We just went with, you have engine on one monitor, the documentation on the other one.
Yeah.
If you knew the keywords, if you knew how to search for stuff, you can basically find everything there. We also were writing our first scripts in the GG script, so that's also like it was a new thing for us. But yeah, like with general programming experience, we also managed through. But yeah, that was very stressful because I knew we can ship a game in Unity, but I didn't know if we can ship a game in Godot. I wasn't fully convinced because I didn't have experience with the engine. But yeah, so far I'm like converted. I love it, and it is very fleshed out. Very very great piece of software.
No, I'm super glad. I know that a lot of people are making that same consideration. Wonder why? 'Cause I guess I think it was like around the jam last year where Unity just made that big announcement and kind of made no one want to use the software anymore.
Yeah, it was a little bit after, but yeah, I was like many of other people upset about it and like decided, all right, let's try out other stuff. And turns out, yeah, that there are great alternatives for you. So
yeah, that's fantastic.
That's awesome.
No, thank God for open source software, right? Because
exactly.
Yeah, it's why things like Godot and Blender are so important, and supporting those initiatives is a really big deal. So, and it really, like, all those people who like make their own engines, and you always think like, wow, that's so crazy, I can't believe they spend so much time doing that. It's like, oh, who's laughing now? But yeah, so do you have any other, like, I know there's obviously a lot of the pun names, but are there any other like fun Easter eggs or funny stories from during the course of development that you'd like to share?
Well, I can tell you one main thing, which is a little bit funny, maybe a little bit personal for us, but like 3 or 4 days after the game jam period ended, two of the people that were working with us on the game were getting married. So
that's lovely.
like the lovely thing, but their schedule was like so packed, and we also were helping them with everything like that. So we managed to go through with it, and yeah, also I'm so grateful they managed to they've managed to spend some time with us, helping us, even if they I think on Sunday, in the middle of Sunday, they needed to go out to like practice one last time their first dance. So yeah, it was so lovely for them. The wedding already happened. It was amazing. So yeah, guys, if you're watching, we love you. I'm sure they are somewhere in there.
Nice.
in your viewers. So yeah, that's one thing. And also, what we learned from the previous jam, I've asked my team about the funny stories, and Agnieszka, Aga, our programmer, actually brought me one. So our last game UI wasn't scaling at all. So if you were resizing the game window, it looked like all of the mess. I just forgot about it. Like we all forgot to like check that. We all were telling the. We all were testing the game always in full screen on 19 by on the full HD monitor. So we like didn't check. So yeah, one of the guys that was playing it on stream pointed it out, and I wrote to her that with this like making a little bit of friendly fun of her, that Aga, your UI is not scaling, and she replied to me with a meme. I'm not sure if you're familiar with a communist Bugs Bunny. That is not her UI, it's our UI. That is not scaling. So yeah, this game jam, she like pretty much focused on the scaling of the UI part. Like make sure it works. We actually made it so we logged the aspect ratio for you, so it was a little bit easier with the scaling part. But yeah, it's still a huge improvement. So yeah, love it too.
Nice. No, I'm glad that that was a nice little in joke between you. And the was it possible to do a web build of the game, or was there just not enough?
Uh,
Like, was it not working?
I don't have experience with the web build of the game, honestly, so I never had time to figure that out. I'm not sure if I mean you are experienced a little bit. I'm not sure if you can tell me. Our game currently is around 100 meg, I think, because all of
Hmm.
our assets are like pretty big. So I don't think that's a good size for a web build. I think we should design if we want to do a web build, we need to like design it from the ground up and like not have a full HD giraffe at a PNGs in our in our assets.
Right. I mean, I guess I don't tend to run into games that have like very large asset sizes like that, because a lot of the games that I've made are just pixel art. But I know a large part of that tends to just be the sound, and if that can be compressed, or you use like the, um, I'm not never sure how to say it, but like the .ogg sound format.
Yep.
I don't know, it's like .ogg or .ogg vorbis.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm following.
yeah, that can be, that'll at least help for the audio assets of the game to make those much smaller, and then you, in Game Maker at least, you have the option to like, um, uncompress on load, so it takes a little bit longer, and that's the reason that our game, like when you first launch it, it has to, like, you click run game, and then you see the Game Maker loading bar, and then you see this like built-in loading screen, which just sort of masks the time that it takes for the audio to uncompress. But yeah, depending on what engine it's built in, some of them have built-in texture compression as well. Yep, that's quite helpful. Um, so
Yeah, every time I'm asked by the team, can we try to do a web version because it's easier for people to like play it this way.
yeah.
I know I've tried a few years ago on our like simple RPG that we've done in Unity, and it was like lagging so much that we didn't have time to like figure out why.
Mhm.
Yeah, no time to check, and I guess after a time I forget to uh, figure it out.
Yeah. No, it is sad though, because I see like it's only been rated by 11 people so far.
Yep.
Whereas Ready or Not, how many ratings did that get? Oh, actually, I'm not sure if it's 30. You got 30 ratings total. I mean,
Yeah.
it's such a shame, because it's very true. Like if you make a web build of your game, you will get a lot more people trying it, because it's so much easier than having to download and manage a file separately.
Yes. I do agree, and you don't need to be on Windows in our case.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah, that's true. So
Well,
maybe
that's a point for the next game jam then.
I was gonna say, yeah,
like
next thing that's coming out. But yeah, I mean, that aside, if anyone has any questions in chat, I think now would be a good time to get those in. But I also just wanted to ask, like, do you plan on making a post-gen version of this?
No, we don't have current plans on doing that. What we usually do is if there are any like game breaking things, we do come in and fix those. So in here, I can see some of us want to like fix the enemy spawn or add the checkpoint system that you were talking about.
Yeah.
That indeed that can improve the experience, but those are all of the things that we are planning to do. We like to do a jam and then like move on.
Yep, I think that's totally fair.
And
it's totally fine to just focus on something like some small cleanup. I think that's usually the case with the jam games that I make as well.
yeah,
I don't tend to continue development of those. But yeah, overall, I mean, it's definitely like a good bit of fun. It strikes the nice kind of balance of like silly, not taking itself too seriously, little like just enough challenge, but not like prohibitively difficult. You'll get it within a couple tries. I guess overall, you know, you're already aware of some of the issues in terms of the way that you might have handled the signaling, but it's one of those things of like diminishing returns, right? Like the amount of effort it would take to add the extra UI that you need to communicate like this you can eat and this one you can't. It's like, well, but the player is probably just going to realize that after they die and restart a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like there's always that temptation, just like, oh, I want people to understand it immediately, and it's a really beautiful thing when it does happen, but you don't always have to worry too much about, again, just the sheer bulk of effort it takes to make that more understandable. So yeah, I don't think I really have much else to give in terms of feedback, but I guess thanks a lot for coming on the stream and sharing the game. Is there anything that you'd like to point people towards? I mean, obviously your itch.io page, but
That's basically it. If anyone wants to see our other games and the puns that we got in there, so like Ready or Not, which is like our last game from last year, which actually got featured in the GMTK video, so we are so proud of that. There, and yeah, for Fox's sake, is a little RPG about the fox, which is also a nice fun for us. Yeah, just go on there, enjoy, and yeah, thank you very much for giving us time.
Absolutely.
And playing our game.
It's been a lot of fun. All right, thanks a lot, and yeah, I guess maybe until the next jam, but have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.